All right, I want to start this lesson by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles and teachers and wise men of great millstone that I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Salutations to the elect. All right, I want to do a quick lesson going into this video I came across. It says, scammer deceives 73-year-old father and steals $1 million $1 million in life savings from brutal cryptocurrency. You see, cryptocurrency scam. And scams, are prevalent in today's society. You see, you have thieves that go about trying to steal from those that don't have a lot of knowledge, when it comes to tech and, how to use technology efficiently, which are a lot of older, the older generation. You see, 60s, 50s. You see, so a lot of these thieves, they're more likely to scam those that don't have a familiarity with, technology, with using tech, especially cryptocurrency. You see, and that's all in this devil system. You see, the so-called white man, he's advancing that fourth industrial revolution, which is going to involve cryptocurrency, digital money. You see, digital payments. So that's before I start the video, let's start right here in the book of Ecclesiasticus. Let's read this scripture. Ecclesiasticus 36:26. Let's look into it. This is Ecclesiasticus 36. Let's scroll down, verse 26. Let's start with this first scripture. It says, who will trust a thief well appointed? It says that skip it from city to city. You see, who will trust a thief that's well appointed? You see, that's established in this this fourth industrial revolution, this technology based kingdom. You see, it says they skip it from city to city. You see, because why? Those crypto scams, those crypto companies, they go from city to city. You see, from company to company. They go by different names. They find victims that they can get over on. You see? It says, so who will believe a man that have no house and lodge wheresoever the night taketh him? You see? But the point is that you shouldn't trust a thief that's well appointed, that seems like, he has an established company and that comes, crouching, that tries to be your friend when you know nothing about the guy. And when he comes to you saying that he works for a company that can help you, and you never even seen the guy, and you don't know much about the company, you shouldn't trust a person like that, especially, those that are the companies that are involved with cryptocurrency and digital payments, because they can easily lie and say just about anything to you. And this father, he had to find out the hard way not to trust, just anything or the voice of anybody that you know nothing about or that you've never seen in person. So let's get an example of that, of trusting a thief that's well appointed and that goes from city to city. Let's get an example. Let's read it one more time. It says, who will trust a thief well appointed that skip it from city to city? You see, going under different company names, calling your phone, trying to offer you different deals and things, just to end up scamming you in the end. So let's get an example of that. Let's play the video.
In question. Many of you will ignore it, but there are some who will text back. We've all received them, a text from a wrong number saying hello or asking an innocent question. Many of you will ignore it, but there are some who will text back.
Well, sometimes those who do respond get drawn into a friendly conversation that could spiral into something more sinister. even costly.
This is called pig butchering, and a study by the University of Texas found between 2020 and 24, scammers have likely stolen more than $75 billion in cryptocurrency.
Let's look up the term pig butchering. Let's see what it means. All right, it says pig butchering. It says refers to a major online investment scam where fundraisers build trust, fattening the pig through romance or friendships. You see, that's why a lot of people get different calls, giving spam calls, calls from people trying to, speak friendly to you, trying to get information about you so that they can, pretend like they want to help you. But in the end, they're going to deceive you. It says then deceive victims into investing in fake crypto platforms, eventually stealing all their money, slaughtering the pig. You see? It says it's a long-term confidence trick combining emotional manipulation with financial fraud, often originating from organized crime in South Asia. You see? Going from city to city, South Asia, well, Southeast Asia, Slovakia. Yeah, going from city to city, Southeast Asia, in surrounding cities, and then making its way over, to different places, from different cities to eventually states, you see, to eventually countries. That's why if you get a scam call, you receive a scam call from right in your state or right in your city or from another state, you see, or from another country. It says targeting people via dating apps and social media, you see. So that's how a lot of these scammers, these thieves, that's how a lot of them work. They're trying to build friendships with their victims. You see?
Through this con.
But first, reporter Cassidy Williams introduces us to a father who lost his life savings after responding to a stranger's text.
This was all built by my parents.
Eric Jang's parents created a backyard where things grow. With their son planning a wedding, they wanted to help him plant roots of his own.
He wanted to pay for the wedding. He wanted to buy us a home.
To do that, Amos Jang decided to make an investment. In August, he received a text from an unknown number. That text blossomed into a friendship. And when the friend told him about an investment opportunity in cryptocurrency, he believed them.
I did.
Slovakia. Stupid ad.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for.
Slovakia.
Didn't have any question about that website.
In mid-November, a phone call from the Woodbridge Police Department told him it was a scam. The total loss.
It was a little over $1 million.
It was their life savings, plus money from a line of credit on their house.
Most people think of a scam as something obvious, rushed, or poorly written. What makes pig butchering schemes different is how slow and deliberate they are. These operations are designed to feel ordinary at first, almost boring. A casual message becomes a routine conversation. Days turn into weeks, sometimes months. The goal is not to steal immediately, but to build familiarity, then confidence, and finally dependence. By the time money is mentioned, the victim often feels they are making a rational decision with someone they trust. These scams are not run by a single person sitting behind a phone. They are organized networks, often operating across borders, using...
You see that? Organized networks, often operating across borders, you see? Countries, states, you see? Cities, countries, states. You see? Going from city to city.
Scripts, rotating phone numbers, and professional-looking websites. Victims may believe they are interacting with one individual, but behind that conversation is cross borders, using scripts, rotating phone numbers, and professional... These scams are not run by a single person sitting behind a phone. They are organized networks, often operating across borders, using scripts, rotating phone numbers, and professional-looking websites.
You see?
Victims...
Well appointed. Let's read it again. Ecclesiasticus. Let's see. Ecclesiasticus 36:26. Who will trust a thief well appointed? You see? well appointed, very organized, seem to know what they're doing, have a site that seems professional that you can go to. That's good from city to city, you see, which goes from city to city, then country, then state to state, then country to country, you see.
May believe they are interacting with one individual, but behind that conversation is often a team. One group handles initial outreach, another manages ongoing communication, and another controls the financial side. This structure allows scammers to scale quickly and target many people at once without raising alarms.
A lot of times the money's gone and it's a dead end from there.
It was Detective Michelle Taylor from the Peachtree City Police Department, all the way in Georgia, who first realized Jang might be a victim. She was investigating her own case, where victims throughout the nation were being targeted for high-level investments into a fraudulent company called Up Fashion. Her investigation found a list of 24 potential victims in 12 different states.
Is it possible there's even more victims out there across the country?
Oh, absolutely. This is a pretty common scam these days.
Detective Taylor's.
Yes, it is a pretty common scam, you see, and that's all in this devil system, you see. And this as this fourth industrial revolution progresses, you're gonna have more scams like that, more scams that target your crypto or your digital money, because eventually they're gonna do away with cash, you see, and they're gonna try to force everybody to take, a chip, which is gonna be what? It's gonna turn money into digital money. You're not gonna have any control over your money, so scams are gonna increase even more. You see. And that's in this devil system. Let's get another scripture. This is the book of Obadiah, verse 5. Obadiah 1, verse 5. Well, let's start. Well, let's get to the point. Verse 5. Now, this is talking about Edom. You Edomites. This is talking about, you Edomites. It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how are they cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough, you see? Will they not just go after a certain amount of money? You see these scammers out here, these thieves in this beast system. Will they not just steal to satisfy, their supposed, lust? Will they not steal till they had enough? Will they not stop eventually? It says, if grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? You see, in this system, these thieves, these scammers, this beast system, they continue to steal. They don't leave nothing, or they don't expect to leave anything. They took $1 million from this 71-year-old man, and not just him. You see, those scams, they go throughout the whole world. You see.
Taylor says both the FBI and the Secret Service have been notified. She says the difficulty of a case like this is it appears all the money was transferred to an account in Hong Kong.
One reason cryptocurrency is commonly used is speed and distance. Once funds are transferred, they can be moved across multiple wallets within minutes. Each transfer makes tracing harder and recovery less likely. Scammers often instruct victims step by step, framing the process as education rather than coercion. Victims are told they are learning a new system, not being rushed into a decision. This removes the feeling of pressure and replaces it with a sense of empowerment. Fake investment platforms play a key role. These sites are often polished, mobile-friendly, and updated in real time. Victims can log in and see balances increase, reinforcing the belief that their money is growing. In reality, the numbers are controlled entirely by the scammers. Early withdrawals may even be allowed to build confidence. This is intentional. Once larger amounts are invested, new barriers appear, such as fees, taxes, or account verification requirements.
The problem I think that all of these agencies run into is that they open these bank accounts, they target quite a few victims all at once, and then they shut them down before they're even discovered.
I think it's just incredibly important to let people know that this is happening.
The Jangs hope their story is a lesson for others. The money taken out against their home means they may have to sell it. losing everything they've built.
To see all of that just disappear, like, it breaks my heart.
Each obstacle is designed to extract more money while keeping hope alive. Psychologically, pig butchering scams rely less on fear and more on optimism. Victims are encouraged to think long term, to imagine stability, security, or helping family members. Scammers often mirror the victim's language and values, creating a sense of alignment. If doubts arise, they are addressed calmly, with explanations that sound technical but reassuring. This makes it harder for victims to accept that they are being deceived, even when warning signs appear. Law enforcement faces major challenges with these cases. Jurisdiction is a constant issue, especially when funds move overseas. By the time a report is filed, accounts may already be closed and reopened under different names.
Slovakia, another ad.
Throw it as hard as you want. Go on.
Slovakia.
Different names. Even when patterns are identified, connecting individual losses to a single operation can take months. This delay works in the scammer's favor. The faster the money moves, the less likely it is to be frozen or recovered. Financial institutions are improving detection, but they are not foolproof. Many transfers appear legitimate on the surface, especially when victims authorize them willingly. Banks can sometimes intercept funds if alerted quickly, but once money crosses borders or converts into cryptocurrency, recovery rates drop sharply. This is why.
And that's what this devil does. That's what this beast system does. You see, these devils, they're known to covet fields. You see? Let's get that scripture. Slovakia. Take them by. That's what this devil does. He covet fields. All right. This is Micah 2. All right. Verse 1. Woe to oppressors, you see, in this beast system. You see, these thieves. The so-called white man and his affiliates. they're oppressors. They're oppressing the world. You see, it says, woe to oppressors. It says, verse 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. You see, that's why they can go from city to city, state from state, state to state, country to country. You see, scamming people, stealing the money. You see, stealing through covetousness. All right, it says, verse 2, the point, it says, and they covet fields, you see, and take them by violence. Sometimes they go beyond just trying to, just steal. They'll do harm to you if they could. They'll take it by violence. They'll take what you have. They'll take your money by violence. They'll try to rob you. If not digitally, if they want some money or want something you have in person, if this beast system wants something you have, they'll try their best to take it, even if it means taking your life or doing harm to you. It says, and they take them by violence, and it says, in houses, you see. Now the guy, the son said that they may end up having to sell their house, you see. Because that $1 million, he said that their life savings were taken, you see. Let's listen to it again.
Many transfers appear legitimate on the surface.
Slovakia.
This delay works in the scammer's favor. The faster the money moves, the less likely it is to be frozen or recovered. Doubts arise, they are addressed calmly, with explanations that sound technical but reassuring. This makes it harder for victims to accept the.
Slovakia. Let's listen to it again.
This is happening.
The Jangs hope their story is a lesson for others. The money taken out against their home means they may have to sell it, losing everything they've built.
To see all of that just disappear, like, it breaks my heart.
Each obstacle is designed to extract more money.
You see? So they're going to have to eventually sell their house. You see? So it says they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. You see, they take them away from their victims, so that they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. You see, and that's what happened to this guy. This devil system oppressed this man by taking his oppressed the father by taking their life savings. You see,
money while keeping hope alive. Psychologically, pig butchering scams rely less on fear and more on optimism. Victims are encouraged to think long term, to imagine stability, security, or helping family members. Scammers often mirror the victim's language and values, creating a sense of alignment. If doubts arise, they are addressed calmly, with explanations that sound technical. Immediate reporting is critical. Time is often the only leverage victims have. The emotional impact on victims extends far beyond money. Many experience shame, isolation, and guilt, believing they should have known better. This reaction often prevents people from speaking out, which allows scams to continue unchecked. Families may be affected as well, especially when savings, retirement funds, or home equity are involved. The financial loss can trigger long-term consequences, including forced downsizing, delayed retirement, or increased debt.
so like it's another ad. Kalaki.
Prevention depends on changing how people interpret unexpected contact. Any investment opportunity introduced through casual conversation should be treated with skepticism, regardless of how convincing it seems. Independent verification is essential. That means researching platforms outside of links provided, consulting financial professionals, and discussing decisions with trusted people who are not emotionally involved. Isolation is one of the scam's strongest tools. Education also plays a role. Understanding that modern scams are patient, polite, and professional helps break the stereotype that fraud always looks suspicious. Awareness campaigns that focus on real-world examples, rather than exaggerated scenarios, are more effective at reaching people who believe they are too careful to be targeted. Pig butchering scams continue to grow because they exploit trust, not ignorance. They succeed by blending into everyday life, avoiding urgency, and presenting themselves as opportunities rather than threats. The more these tactics are succeed by blending into everyday life, avoiding urgency, and discussed, the harder it becomes for scammers to operate in silence.
We do have some good news to pass along. Eric tells me his parents' bank was able to recover a small portion of the money because it had not yet left the country. It was enough to allow his parents to stay in their home. While it is far from the total amount lost, they tell me they are relieved and grateful. In Hartford, Connecticut, I'm Cassidy Williams.
All right, and as you can see, this beast system has many scams and many deceptions that go throughout, the state. You see, throughout the United States, even throughout the country and throughout the world. Like I stated in Job 9:24, stated, as Job would, like I stated, the Job 9:24 states, it said the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You see, so you Israelites out here, don't fall for the pig butchering. You see, don't fall for this devil's, deception that he has in his system. You can't trust everything you see or hear. Be more prudent. All right, I'll end the lesson here. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Shalom.